Alright, so today I'm gonna do backtesting for the 3rd of March. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do it fully transparent because I already checked where the market delivered the price. Nevertheless, I will try to do my best to be fully honest to myself. So, as we know, we have a volume balance on the top Nasdaq that holding the price perfectly. We have SMT on the top, and we can say that yes seems to be weaker, although in the overall picture it doesn't seem so. Because on the overall picture, Nasdaq is much weaker anyway, just a short-term SMT. So I mean, it's not short-term SMT, but comparing all this move, all this consolidation, it's just a short-term. So in addition to this, I also noticed this. We all, of course, had this new week opening up yesterday that was filled, and that was amazing. After that, we had amazing reaction to the downside. So they just did something what I like. Um, I also want to say that. A second, I'll just mark it as an work. And actually need to save it for the future. Can work. I'll just draw the same on yes. After that, after the new opening was tagged, it was an amazing idea, in my opinion, to target the previous day low in addition to the sell side. Unfortunately, this previous day low was taken much earlier. In fact, it was taken before New York opened, so that was the main reason why it was a little bit hard day to read. Even my mentor told that it was a bit hard day. I also checked Tanya trades. It seems like she took two losses or one loss on shorts, and of course had short bias as well because of this sell side in the bottom and just the way we pushed from the new week opening up. I think everyone expected this sell side finally being taken, but that just didn't happen. So after the sell side, a previous low was taken. That's pretty much it. I of course will mark the sell side as well, just for now. Although I know that it will not be taken, and I'll just go to yes. I remember now. I also marked the SMT. I was able to read the market just for maybe like 20 to 30 minutes max. Then I had to work, so I just didn't manage to see where the price went later. But then afterward, I checked. Anyway, let's drop to 4 hour now and see how the price moved there. So here we go. Let's push the low. So when I saw this beautiful reaction and immediate retracement throughout the Monday evening to the open of the, I mean not the open but the start of the Tuesday, I immediately noticed this inversion for value gap, and then I realized, okay, since we're inverting this, I understand that we're more likely to deliver where at least till the sell side, at least till this previous day low, and that's exactly what happened. But again, that happened when it happened during the it happened during the it happened before the New York Open, right? So then I'm gonna drop to no, I will stand for hour for now. I still need to mark all the free value gaps since this inversion doesn't really matter to me anymore. I mean, it's still valid, but I just want to interact with these free value gaps, very free value gaps for now. So if we just look at this range, we know that this buy side was taken anyway. This is a buy side for me, right? Anyway, just no matter what. Now, of course, have the sell side here, right? And it means that блядь, ну, блядь, заебали меня. Байчанс, блядь, хуя. Okay, so since the previous low were taken, Okay, so what do we have? We have the I would of course mark this okay because this phone call I'm a bit I don't really understand where I stopped my point, so now it's a little bit hard, but let me just quickly understand it. So the previous dollar was taken, that's what I know, right? And then we of course have this discount premium on the top. So I'm gonna mark this for value gap for now because it's of course valid. 4 hour time frame for value gap. Then I have what? Then I have this 4 hour time frame for value gap. Uh, and we just have for values on the top as well. So in fact, in order to go to the buy side, it will be a little bit hard because of the one very simple reason, because of the multiple fair value gaps in addition to these inversions. So for me, that's one more reason why I had really bearish bias that day. And if we can look at this discount on premium, yeah, we can see that in premium we're interested in this value gap, the closest value gap. So potentially, what I think is that we might maybe push higher, but I really don't want to see price pushing higher than the 50% zone. But again, let's see. I drop to hourly now to see whether the price, what price did. So we can see this 7 p.m. 7 a.m. candle. Let's just print to 8 a.m. as well. So my point was very simple. Uh, I also noticed this around for value gap, right? I of course noticed that, and for me that was also quite important factor because if price will be able to stay below this value gap without inverting it and giving us a great beautiful reaction, it's a nice influence for me to enter shorts. So where I can enter the shorts at least till this sell side, right? Yes, I have bias till this sell side, but I of course expect the price to deliver at least till this sell side. In order to confirm that idea, I needed lower time frames confirmation. I needed like 1 hour time frame inversion, but we don't have any value gaps here on 1 hour. So I just checked 15 minutes time frame, and what I can see, I can see that we have this range, right? We have also this value gap that were inverted, right? So I'm just second. I'm just making more. I'm just printing more candles for now, and to see that was the way the something what I noticed. I noticed this bicep sweep and S&T on the top, and S&T on the top, which is a nice confluence for me to go lower. So I didn't rush in this situation because I knew that I need to wait a bit more. And a second. Okay, there was no 4 hour time frame for that. Yeah, I just remembered I worked with just hourly for that gap. Yeah, it was created later, but for now I'll just focus on what I see here. So there was this sweep. So at this point I asked myself, what do I really need in order to confirm me to myself that I want to enter shorts? Honestly, I will be very honest and transparent to myself. I didn't notice this 15 minutes inversion at first when I traded. But I also need to say that I didn't see it because I was in the bus, so it was a little bit hard to say anything. But what I want to say is that I also have noticed this market structure shift here. So technically, I remember I checked 5 minutes. Sadly, we didn't have any value gaps. However, we had a beautiful first presented fair value gap. And let's second tell market. Here we go. That's my first presented for value gap on Nasdaq. And then of course we had first presented here on yes. Here we go. Now look. So what do I see? I have potentially market structure shift, 1 minute time frame. Look, we swept high of the London, yeah. We went higher, created a white candle to entry model on 1 minute time frame inside of the hourly. We have SMT on the top. We know that yes, Suzuki stop. So we have this much earlier. So at this point, what do I think I need to enter shorts at least to this sell side? Ideally, I need what? I need to see this 15 minutes inversion. Am I right? Let me just check the 15 minutes inversion here. By the way, we had the fair value gap on yes. I just realized that 15 minutes I didn't even see it at first. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, you see how important to stay at home and look at the. Now this is a good actual lesson to me, because I should never look the charts at my phone while driving somewhere, while being I have multiple focus. I need to be focused fully 100% just on markets, and I should not let anything else appear during my live trading. So because I almost didn't see anything, I didn't see 15 minutes for value gap, so I saw maybe this bicep liquidity sweep. I didn't even notice SMT first, and I noticed the first presented. My mentor, by the way, entered long here because of the crazy regular trading hours. So I think it was actually pretty valid. But for me, personal, I had short bias at least to the sell side. So for now, I can say that what I would expect. I see that first present is inverted. It's very good. I see that 15 minutes for value gap is inverted as well, along with this. First presented inverted along with this 15 minutes for value gap. So honestly, I would wait for price to invert the 15 minutes on Nasdaq. Really good, nice push though. I like this push. So for me, what I see? For me personally, I see market structure shift now. I also see that price came back into the discount of this zone and made a nice push from this value gap bridge. Then we inverted this first presented along with this value gap, and we inverted this 15 minutes value gap. At this point, I could of course wait for one more candle. No, actually, this one is yeah. So 5 minutes candle, as we can see, closes below the 15 minutes value gap, which was inverted twice, right? It wasn't inverted twice. It stayed below, so it's good. So in my opinion, at this point is very simple. Let me just quickly check how we closed. Yeah, we closed below. So for me, this is very simple situation. In my opinion, it would be very reasonable to enter here. What do you think? I think I have the fair value gap and I have 15 minutes fair value gap as I first presented. So I believe this stop loss would be very reasonable. Would I take profit target at this point? In my opinion, that would be very reasonable. Let's see how the trade plays out. Okay, price going higher. Almost stops me out, but still doesn't. Then going lower. That's crazy, man. Honestly, I didn't enter this trade. I was not able to. I have no idea how this trade will play out. I just entered because of what I just see now. Okay, I see the accumulation. And I honestly don't really like that. Well, I just wait and see. Okay, I like this displacement, so potentially the risk management could be applied here. I think I'm gonna add one more thing. Maybe I want to add something new. I want to add risk management line, and I want to modify a bit. I will store it in the middle. I will also okay, maybe this. Okay, I like this one. Yeah, I like this one. No, it's good. So I'm gonna save it as risk management. So here we go, nice risk management potentially need to be applied at this point, and really beautiful delivery. Okay, so potentially could be profitable yesterday. That's fully transparent, right? I honestly have no idea. I didn't know that the price will go like this. I don't. I just put the stop loss just because I thought like I should do it, but that's crazy. It's just like one tick. That's crazy, man. But again, this is a stop loss based on 3 PTA race, and honestly, I could potentially go like this. The only reason why I went with the stop loss like this is because I understand the price might go a bit higher than this for value on trade rates, but that's somehow played out perfectly. But if I decide to go for actually conservative stop loss, then in my opinion, that or that would be much more reasonable. In my opinion, much more reasonable. So that's pretty much it, I think. That's a beautiful trade, honestly, that I could potentially enter yesterday. But then price did something interesting. So since this was my take profit target, this long and sell side, uh, I honestly felt like we might still push lower. So of course, even despite take profit target here, I could potentially consider extension of this take profit target, targeting this sell side in the bottom. In my opinion, this is a reasonable thing, but um, mm, so 388, yeah. So in my opinion, this is a reasonable, uh, but of course I'll be breaking at this point anyway. Then price did what? Price formed bottom here, taking this sell side. Then one more interesting thing is that it's not macros time, so that would confirm me that we're more likely to keep pushing lower. Anyway, the price pushed started to pushing higher, and at this point I had to ask myself, okay, Nikita, what do I actually need to enter longs? And that's actually a very interesting thing because I know that I have big trade already in hours gap on the top, and my 50% area is here. So the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame gap or just formed, right? Here we go. So would I think that this is a valid take profit target? In my opinion, that I could potentially consider anything here, but again, that's a little bit complicated because it's really hard to say anything here. I don't have any more 15 minutes for value gap here. I don't think I have it on yes either. Exactly. So yes, I could potentially work with just 5 minutes time frame, but I don't think that would be very reasonable because technically what I see here is that I have this 5 minutes per value gap here, and if it's going to be inverted, and it's actually inverted, okay. Okay, price just started to push higher like there's no tomorrow. Okay, that's crazy actually. Um, so it reached 50% zone as I can see. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it because price I think reached or the draw liquidity, so potentially would expect consolidation here, but I think it kept pushing higher. No, it didn't. So yeah, I was right about it. It just started to accumulate after reaching the 50% zone as fair value on the 4 hour. Okay, yeah. That's a little bit hard because of the lack of fair value gaps and the massive move, but this is a nice trade to be honest. And also, this 5 minutes version was key as you can see. But I don't think I would enter anyway because price didn't really provide any pullback. But at the same time, I understand that I don't think I would want to enter after the pullback because, yeah, it's potential better to entry model market structure shift and discount, but it's coming back in discount. But I actually like it. That's hard. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Good trade in the hard conditions.